So the next step is we've changed it, the cut pile height. Now let's see how we can make this gun into a loop pile gun. This is super, super simple, and you're going to get a very nice, clean, even loop pile. I know that there have been some stuff circulating recently about how to make an AK-1 into a loop pile tufting gun, which is fun to play around with, but if you're doing serious loop pile work, it's not going to quite cut it because it won't be even the loops will be a bit uneven. So let's look at how to make this a loop pile. So first step is I'm going to take my wrench and loosen this here. I'm gonna take that off. Then I'm going to take the bar off, and then we've got the yarn guide here, and we've got two little tiny washers that are right here and here. So now that we've taken the bar off, we can move this piece, which is great. And the other thing we need to do is to take out the scissor opener, because for loops you don't need that scissor opener. So we're just going to really simply unscrew this like we did before. We're going to move it back and up. So we're going to move it back and up and out of the way. So that's not where it's going to be permanently, but that's where we're going to put it while we change the scissors to a loop. So now I'm going to grab a screwdriver. This is, I believe, a Phillips head. Yes. And I'm going to unscrew. Oh, maybe I should show you guys a little bit better. So this is, I'll just move my light a bit. So this is the inside of the gun. We're going to unscrew this screw, and that's going to let us just take the scissors out and put a loop pile tip in. So you want to make sure the scissors are closed as well. So that's what I just did there. I just made sure that this piece was, oh, it's hard to see as well, but you've got the part of the scissors that opens and closes right there, and I just have closed it so that they're nice and easy to pull out. Okay. So super easy, that screw came out. The scissors can be a bit finicky to get out, but they do come out. Of course, this time I'll probably get them with no problems. Of course. There we go. So put those aside. Don't forget which ones you've been using, because you'll get a second pair with the gun. So you're going to get two loop heads with your gun, and one is for doing really low pile heights, which we'll go over later, but you want to grab the bigger one for when you're working between 11 millimeters and 16 millimeters. So I'll grab that, and that's the one I'm going to put in here. And you need the curve going up. Okay, so I get that in there, get my screw. I get that in there, nice and tight. All right. Now I am going to put the scissor cutter back in, but I'm going to keep it just to the back of the gun, out of the way, and it won't cause any problems there. So I'll just screw it down here. Like so. So then it's not going to move and cause any issues. All right, so then you're going to put this back together. So we put the 2 washers down, we put the yarn guide, we put the bar, and we put the nut back on, and we tighten that up. Like so. Okay, so once you've tightened this all up, you don't actually, I had the wrong tip in, so I put the right one in, the longest one, and you shouldn't have to make any adjustments here once you've changed it to loop, as long as you've set it for the cut. So this should be set up to do 11mm loops, and I just tested it out and it does, so that's great. So when you put the loop pile head in, you don't need to make any changes unless you change the pile height, in which case then you're going to need to change this distance here if it's on loop and you're changing the pile height. Okay, so